Neal Battaglia, saxstation.com. When you learn the saxophone, you usually start off in the mid-range, so like B, A, G. You can see another video that I made about that. So B, A, G, those are right in the middle. B is like immediately in the middle of the staff. You can go below the staff, you can go above the staff. You probably want to learn what's within the staff first, but then after that, you maybe want to go above, you maybe want to go below. Depends on what you feel like doing and what your context is. So if you go below the staff, you go from E to E flat to D. D is going to be the first note below the staff. From D, you could go chromatically down to C sharp. You might just want to go from D to C. It's moving one finger rather than both pinkies at once. When you move more than one finger at once, you need to make sure that neither of them is late or early, because that can cause some schmutz in between, which you usually don't want. Pretty much universally doesn't sound good. So you probably want to go from E to D to C, and then maybe from there to either B or maybe to B flat. One of the two. And then you want to fill them in when you can. A lot of times it's easier to slur between notes that you can get more readily than to just play them directly. So maybe going from E to D, D to C, or from E to D to C. And when you're expanding your range like this, it's pretty much the same on all saxophones. Answer the question about getting the high notes on soprano, it's kind of the same approach, getting the higher notes, getting the lower notes. I'm talking about the lower notes right now. Similar thing for the higher notes. You kind of go from like maybe a high B to a high C to a high C sharp to a high D. And on the saxophone, you've got these things called palm keys. There's 3 of them right here. They're called palm keys because a lot of buttons you press with your fingers, or even your octave key you press with your thumb. These you don't go like this. You don't press it with your finger like that. You actually press it with the palm of your hand. You use the palm. You kind of use the side of your hand to press them down. And even before you kind of are comfortable with these, you can kind of play around with them. Try pressing like this palm key. See what happens. This one, the one that's like closest to your body this way, that presses and it makes this part go up, which is the lowest one down. The next one up goes there. It's actually the highest one in terms of how high it is above the ground, but it's the next one in terms of the progression. So go this one, then this one, then this one. So this is used for high D and the notes above it. This is used for high E flat and the notes above it. This is used for high F and some of the notes above it. So I would think 1, 2, 3. And I kind of exaggerated with my hand. When I'm really playing, I'm going to keep my fingers on the keys as much as possible and go 1, 2, 3. And sometimes that does move my fingers just a little bit. Hopefully not too much, but you want to basically keep them on the keys. So those are the palm keys. You press them with the side of your hand, kind of with your palm. And the first one you want to probably get is the high D. You probably want to go from C to C sharp to D. And I'm exaggerating so you can see which one it is, but when you're actually playing it, it should look more like this. And you don't even want to move your wrist too much. I'm just trying to make it easy to see in a video. So high D basically looks like this. Should be a very slight movement of your hand. Not too much. You don't want to slam anything down on the saxophone that can cause other issues when you're playing the instrument. If you're getting into using the palm keys, you're probably past the beginning stages of playing the saxophone. If you want to check out the intermediate saxophone class I'm making, the link is saxstation.com/intermediate.